Hello everyone, you're welcome back to the For Healing Girls YouTube channel. My name is Omolola Dodu and I already feel Christmassy. I can smell Christmas in the atmosphere. I can smell Christmas in the tiredness of everyone's face. It's the end of the year and people can't wait to close for the year for offices and businesses that close for the year. You guys are the real are the real G's, you're the real OGs. And Christmas can just be this period of so much happiness. It's one of my favorite time of the year. Why? Because my wedding anniversary falls within the Christmas season or Christmas period. My mom's birthday is actually on Christmas Day, and I just grew up in a very Christmassy town. I grew up in Jos, Plateau State, and Christmas was one of our favorite time of the year in Jos because the weather itself gave off this vibe. We have never left the four corners of Nigeria, but we almost will say we could feel what people in countries where snow falls. We could say we feel that sort of weather in just gets a bit cold, not a bit. Like then it gets very cold. The weather contributes to that feeling of, oh, it's the end of the year and it's time to hibernate. I wish humans hibernated. And apart from that, one of my favorite words in Hausa is Zumunchi. And Zumunchi means camaraderie or togetherness. So in Jos, we had this togetherness, we had this season that was just so wonderful where you go to your neighbor's house to eat, to make chin chin, and it's just so magical. I thoroughly miss those days and I wish the individualism and the modernization of humanity has not eaten deep into society and we can still have that. Now, where I live, you can have that, but it's not just the focus, anymore. So, in as much as I'm happy and you're happy, there are still some of us, there are still girls within the For Healing Girls community who are not as excited about Christmas as some of us are. And that's fine. That's what we call the holiday blues. The holiday blues is just a temporary time. It's temporary and it's often mild, emotional states where you're feeling lonely, you're feeling the stress, you're feeling sad, and sometimes you're feeling nostalgic. You're just in that zone. They call it blues, and I don't know why they call it blues. Maybe because there's just this stint, when you're feeling sad, there's just this stint, maybe that bluish stint. I don't know, this is just me making things up at this point, but really, the Christmas blues is real. It's valid for anyone going through it. So let's just talk about how you can know you're going through the Christmas blues and what to do about it. On the For Healing Girls YouTube channel, we don't like to talk about problems without preferring solutions or at least solace or support. So we'll be talking about dealing with Christmas blues and how to just nurture, support yourself through the holiday season. It can be a beautiful season, it can be a beautiful time, but it can also be a saddening time for people. And sometimes the cause of Christmas blues is, you're lonely, you're in a city where you don't have friends. It could be your family is going through one crisis or the other. It can be financial. And especially with the way the world is right now, you can just imagine the financial strain that a lot of people are going through. That can bring on Christmas blues because you start to wonder, how am I supposed to afford gifts for family? How am I supposed to afford food for my own family? How am I supposed to afford decorations? Some people, it's even as deep as, how am I supposed to afford housing? It's not just clothes, it's the major things they need. How can I afford housing? How can I afford, to live in a place that's the cold, the weather wouldn't get to me? So all those things can bring on the Christmas blues. And I'm sorry if you're one of those people that are going through extreme financial strain to the extent that you can afford to live, in such a way to protect yourself from the weather, or even have food to it. So let's just talk about how to deal with those things, yeah? So let's ease into it. Holiday blues are a serious issue, and no one should ever think that anybody that says they're going through the holiday blues are probably lying. So, as usual, when we talk about any issues on the For Healing Girls YouTube channel, the first thing I always tell people is you need to validate what you're feeling. If you're feeling sad, you need to validate it. If you're feeling happy, you need to validate it. But in this case, if you're feeling blue, if you're feeling sad, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling depressed, you don't know where it's coming from, validate that, okay, you know what, it's Christmas, everybody is happy, but hey, I am not happy. It's okay to actually tell yourself that, to say, I am not happy. This is a happy period. This is the red, green, yellow period, but I feel blue. That's my color for the season. It's totally okay to say that. And then number two, you need to seek support. How do you seek support? You seek support from yourself first. And how do you support yourself first? It's by validating. It's by going back to number one and validating what you're feeling. And then after that, seek support from friends. In Nigeria, we're going through this Japa phase where a lot of people are leaving the country. And if you spent Christmas with someone last year, there's every reason to believe that you would not be spending Christmas with them this year because they have left the country. That in itself can bring on Christmas blues. But seek support from your friends, whether they are in country or out of the country. Reach out to people that you know truly care and love you. And then number three, I want us to redefine the holiday season expectations. Like, what are you expecting this holiday? Let's redefine it, and then let's also not compare ourselves to other people. I think for me, this is one of the major points. The holiday season can just come with so much comparison. You go on social media, you see what your friends are doing, you see what their family are doing, you see what their other friends are doing, and you start to feel left out. Well, social media is not real life. It's an aspect of real life. It's not the whole picture of real life. It shows you a glimpse of real life. It does not show you behind the scenes. So you don't know what anybody is going through. Somebody might dress really glamorous and go to very fancy places because they can afford it, and because maybe they're probably actually in that headspace where they are happy that it is Christmas. But then again, there are people who are just faking it. So don't compare yourself to people this Christmas. Some people are bringing their husbands to be and their wives to be to their family, to introduce them to their family this season. And I know that there are some of you in the For Healing Girls community who are praying and hoping for a loving, romantic, kind Christian relationship. When such people tell you that, oh, I'm bringing my lover, I'm bringing my husband to be home to introduce him to my family, you can start to feel a kind of way, and that can actually bring on the Christmas blues. So I just want you to not compare yourself this season. If you forget anything that I have said today on this channel, I want you to remember that you should not compare yourself to anybody this season. Don't compare your hair to theirs. Don't compare their nails. Don't compare where they are staying. Don't compare the places that they are able to afford to go to, whether they can afford it or not, or whether they are faking it or not. It's none of your business. You just have the business to mind your own business and not compare yourself. It's hard, but it's possible. Please don't compare yourself to other people this season. And then number 4, consider creating your own tradition that resonates with your current journey. Whether it's a self-care ritual, whether it's a virtual gathering of loved ones, you can do a 15-minute virtual call with your loved ones if you're not in the same city as them. Just do something. Create your own Christmas tradition this period. It's not Christmas yet. It's few days to Christmas. So why don't you sit down and just think, what can I do to make Christmas happen for me? For me, very, very important. And then number 5, I have self-care. And I always tell you guys that self-care for me is not just about painting my nails, going to go and fix lovely hair and buying new clothes. Self-care for me is, what am I working on the inside of me? Very, very important. So you have to understand that you have to observe what is going on in your head. You have to observe what's going on in your head, and then from there know how you can take care of yourself. If you're having thoughts of anxiety, you're having thoughts of even suicidal. But then again, there's a thin line between holiday blues and clinical depression. If you're suicidal, it's not holiday blues. Holiday blues can intensify that feeling, but it's not holiday blues. It's then clinical depression, and then you have to seek professional help. And I've always told you guys that no matter where you are, if you need me to connect, you with a therapist that can work with you virtually, please go to the For Healing Girls Instagram page and send a DM. It is open. I will definitely respond to you. So if you're feeling suicidal, then that's no longer Christmas blues. Then that is clinical depression. So you want to do self-care if it is truly Christmas blues you're going through. And self-care can look like, I'm not going anywhere. Self-care can look like, okay, I'm going to go out with friends. Just decide what it is your inner being needs this period and not just your physical. And then another very important point for me is shift your gaze, shift your focus to gratitude. What are you thankful for this season? A lot have happened this year, and we can say the world is experiencing major financial breakdown. But then again, we are alive, we are breathing. You can watch me. I can sit down and make this video. These are all blessings. You can open your mouth wide open and have a conversation. It's a blessing. So just shift your focus on gratitude, and let's start that now. I want you to comment right now, like, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for the year 2023? Please, gratitude. And then finally, I am an advocate for seeking professional help when it's needed. I've already said that. And I want to just re-emphasize on that if you're feeling some kind of way, please, this is the time to reach out. Some of you on the For Healing Girls community are actually not living in Nigeria. You're living in another country. I want you to reach out to people who love and care and support you no matter where they might be living. If they are your friends that live here in Nigeria, please reach out to them. If they are your friends who you've made over there where you are, please also do reach out and just have this togetherness with the people who truly care about you. It's really going to help to lift up your spirits this Christmas season. So I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from all of us on the team of the For Healing Girls YouTube channel. It's all love from us here. Don't forget, remember that if you forget anything that I have said here today, remember these two things. Don't compare yourself this holiday season with anybody, and be grateful. Start writing down what you're grateful for. So I've not forgotten that I said that after every video, after every conversation, I'm going to be dropping journaling prompts. So the journaling prompt for today is, what are you grateful for the year 2023? So just write that down in your journal, and if you are feeling up to it, please comment down below. It's very important to us. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are a first time subscriber, or if you're if this is your first time rather watching me on this channel, please subscribe, share, like, give a thumbs up. Share this with as many people as you want to. It's very important they hear the gospel of don't compare yourself and be grateful. I think I'm going to sing that song all through the season. Don't compare yourself, be grateful. Don't compare yourself, be grateful. Very, very important, guys. Thank you so much for taking our time to watch this video. I love you, and it's bye and Merry Christmas from me, Omolola. I love you. Bye.